Hey, beautiful people, it's your girl T, and I'm back, y'all. Yes, I am back to do one of the most popular videos on YouTube for coloring and anything crafting. Is a completion video. So before I get started, I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers, you guys. I'm almost at 9,000 subscribers, and I want to say thank you for all of those who subscribed. I think I had over 250 to 300 subscribers in the last month, the last 3 months. So yay! Thank you so much for joining the beautiful people family, and I can hope you continue to enjoy the content that I put out when I can. All right, so as you can see here, I'm have some things in front of me. I decided that this video, because I didn't have a lot of different crafts that I finished within the last quarter, I decided to put these all into one video. So I hope that you guys don't mind. If you just want to see coloring stuff, you can skip ahead. So the first thing I'm going to share with you guys are some puzzles that I completed. I completed three 300-piece Ravensburger puzzles, and I'm going to flash those up on the screen, the completeds. These were really, really fun, simple, very easy to do. I currently have a 500-piece puzzle I'm working on. I'm working from the small to the big. And so I'm almost done with the 500-piece, but that won't count until third quarter. So I did those puzzles. The next thing I want to show you guys is some art that I did with watercolor. This is a little watercolor book that I do take to work. And on my lunch break, I will pull this out if I feel like doing watercolor, and I will paint. So the first page I want to share with you guys, this was one I did when I was in Virginia visiting my mother-in-law. This one was done on June 13th. And it's just, I used the Pretty Excellent watercolors, and so I had fun just putting color on the page. It was just something to do while I was sitting there with her. This one I did on my lunch break at work. This one is with Winsor and the Winsor Newton Cotman watercolor set, the portable one, travel size. And basically, love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. And I completed that one on the 18th of June. So I'm just playing around with watercolors just to see how to use them, how they flow, and things like that. Creating my own art with them, even if it's something in a small book like this. I'm really enjoying that. And this is just a little watercolor book that I got on Temu with some thick watercolor paper. So really happy to have found that. Next, I want to share with you this. This is a sticker by number I got at Ollie's for $4.99. This is by Brain Games. It's a Charlie Brown Christmas. And I love Christmas. I don't have to do these at Christmas time, but I did all but one. So we have this one here. And these were actually really fun. And this one is like really good quality. The stickers were easy to take off of the sticker paper and easy to put on here as well. So I've done, these are so cute. I've done all but one, so I should be able to finish this one by the end of the month, actually, of this month, because we are already in July. Can you guys believe that? So this is the last one I have to do, and the book will be done. So that is a Charlie Brown Christmas sticker by number. I also did one in this paint by sticker, plants and flowers. I did this when I was up in Virginia visiting my mother-in-law, and I did this one. These ones take a little bit more time. The stickers are smaller and a little harder to put on here when they're so small. I had to use tweezers at some points, but I really like how it turned out. So that is another completion. So that is paint by sticker, plants and flowers. And I have one other completion, which is this. I completed this in June. This is a Camilla de Erico. Sorry, can't get it out. This was sent to me by a friend, and she bought this on AliExpress, and I did this for an event for cats June event of snakes. This is the only one I have with a snake. So the snake is here. And I just did this one. It's a 30 by 40 and it's not very good, but you know, I did it anyhow. So I completed that one this quarter as well. All right, so I am using this coloring planner this year. I wanted to try something new, and I'm actually having a good time logging things because I typically don't log things, y'all. So I decided to log a lot of my, you know, finished pages and things like that in here. I added tabs for every month using the kind of the same color scheme to make this look very pretty. And I have lots of stickers in here. So, and I want to show you guys, well, I'll show you and then I'll tell you. So for April, May, and June, you see all those tick marks? Yes, y'all. I colored a lot of pages in April through June. I colored a total of 81 pages, y'all. I finished one book and I colored in 8 untouched books. And yeah, that's a lot of pages. So I'm going to keep this off to the side just to help me if I need to look into this book to see what I've used if I can't remember. So if there's a little pauses here and there, it's because I'm looking. So we'll go ahead and get started with the coloring pages now. All right, I'm going to start with my smaller size books. So I'm going to zoom in here. This one is Island Cuties. This is by Joshua Dunbar. I did 2 in this book. I did this one here, which was really, really fun to do. Very simple and easy. I did not do a background. I just wanted to keep it nice and simple. And then I did this one here as well. Just colored pencils. I don't even think I based this one. No, this is all colored pencil work. No, no markers at all. And I think it's the same for this one. Yes. So this one I used Cretacolor Studio Line. And this one, I believe I used my luminance to try on this paper. Yeah. And that was in Island Cuties by Joshua Dunbar. The next one I colored in was Tiny Tales. This is volume 2 by R.J. Hampson. This book I traveled to Virginia a couple of times. We went up there and I just decided to color in this one. So this one here I colored with Zebra Sensation mechanical colored pencils. I love this color combination. I think it turned out really good with pinks and yellows and greens. I also did this one here. Now these here were just done with the Rose Art brush tip markers that I found at Ollie's. And then I did some pen work with Langwo gel pens. And it turned out nice. It's very vibrant. The same here, the same pens, same gel pens. Keeping it simple. The same here. And I like these because it's simple. You can get it done really quick. And it's a finished page. I mean, it counts, right? And the last one here, same deal. I use the Rose Art brush tip markers that I bought recently and Langwo gel pens. And that one is Tiny Tales by R.J. Hampson, volume 2. Next, I did a couple in Small Victories by Joanna Basford. This one here I did on a video with those Rose Art brush tip markers. And that's all I use on this page. I did not use anything else. And this one here, I completed with using the Zebra Sensation mechanical color pencils, you guys. I love how this turned out with those because I'm planning to travel with just those pencils, and I really like the work I was able to do with them. This is nothing but those pencils. I didn't add anything else to it, and I think it turned out to be a lovely page. I love how bright they are, how vibrant they are, easy to work with and blend. So I'm very, very pleased and happy with the way this page turned out using those mechanical pencils. And that is Joanna Basford's Small Victories coloring book. Next, I'm going to show you guys 2 pages from Enchanted Faces. This is not in the count. However, this is a book that I was planning to finish with a group of lovely ladies on Instagram, and I fell way behind and I decided not to do it anymore. But I had 2 finishes I never shared, so I'm going to share these 2 finishes here. Now, I don't remember what I used, so you have to forgive me. I can tell you that I know I used glitter for the wings. I know I based these with Copic Skin Tone. And I think my goal was to use Crayola color pencils in these books, in this book as my shading. And I also did I do know that I use markers. So I also used like a Cali Art or Ohuhu markers for this one. I think she turned out okay. Her skin is not so good, but I really love how her wing turned out. Really, really nice. I love it. And then I also finished her, and again using Copic markers and more than likely shading with Crayola color pencils. Very pretty, very simple. And that is Enchanted Faces by Hannah Lynn. And I have a lot of whips in here, so I'll be showing you guys more of these pages this year because I want to finish my whips. Next, I'll show you a couple that I did in Sketchy Stories by Kirby Rosanes. This is a book that I do take to work again on lunch break. I'll sit and do a little bit at a time. And so I was able to finish this one in all neons. I love the way this turned out. This is the Crowded. No background. Again, this is just coloring at work on a lunch break. Okay. And then the last one, another small one, was this one here. I had fun doing this owl. So it says, do what you love. Really, really nice. I love how this turned out. And these I take the Prismacolor Scholars with me to work. And that's what I color those 2 pages with. Prismacolor Scholars. And that is Sketchy Stories by Kirby Rosanes. Next, I completed one in Town, Daydreams by Monique Daywild. These are hand-drawn designs. I've had these books for several years, and I have not colored in it. And I decided to color in it. And I did this page. It was very, very fun to do. I used colored pencils for this one. And I love it. I think it turned out really nice. And I love how whimsical these pages are. They're very nice. You know, if you like hand-drawn art. So that is Town Daydreams by Monique Daywild. Another untouched book I colored in was this one here. This is Veronica Bolak's 100 Fantasy Grayscale Coloring Book. And it's like kind of sketchy-ish. But I did this page here. And I know I used markers to base. And I just used some color pencils for shading. And I used some metallic watercolors for the gold in her headband or her crown, if you will. And some glitter gel pens. And I think it turned out okay. I kind of got frustrated with this page because I started off wrong. But I said, you know what? Work it to the end, T. You got this. Not everyone can be like the best picture, right? You just go for it, have fun. And I decided just to go ahead and have fun with it, even though I wasn't liking the paper. But this one has a lot of cool pages in it, fantasy style. So But yeah, that is Veronica Bolack's 100 Fantasy Grayscale Coloring Book. Alright, then I colored a page in mine Mythographic Afrika. This has been a whip for a while, so again, I'm trying to work on finishing my whips, and I did this beautiful page here. I forget where this is located, but I actually looked this up. It's Ubuntu Tram Reese. So there's a beach that has these colorful houses, and I went and looked this page up, this location up, and I tried to do the houses the same color. I used gold, that's gold sparkle pop, some white gel pen. I did base this with water-based markers, I believe. Did a little colored pencil shading in that, not a lot. I did get some bleed through here with the blue water-based marker I used, but that's okay. I think it turned out really pretty. I like the gold in that as well. Gorgeous. That is my Mythographic Afrika. Alright, next I did a buddy color in this book here. This is called Art with Edge Zombie Daze. And Amanda's coloring. She hasn't been on YouTube for a very long time, but I do keep in touch with her. And this is a book we've been coloring in together for quite a while. And so I did this page here. I'm not really into scary stuff, but you know, this is a zombie book. I do color with her. And I believe I did this here with watercolor. There's acrylic paint here in the background. And I'm trying to remember what pencils. I don't remember what pencils I used. Just a second. Okay, so this one was done with, I based this with alcohol markers, and then I used Cretacolor Studio Line for shading. I used Pretty Excellent watercolors and acrylic paint here in the back. And this was a buddy color with Amanda. So if I can find her page, I will show it up here on the left side. And I want to say thanks to Amanda for always doing a buddy color with me when I reach out to you. And I hope that you're doing well. And we hope to see you on YouTube soon. And again, that was Art with Edge Zombie Daze by Crayola. Next, I had some whips in this fashion coloring book. It's an old coloring book that I was able to find. And the whips are not done by me. Some of these pages were done and not completely done. So, of course, this looks old-fashioned because it is an old book, y'all. These are older fashions. And so I went in with Hessian Pang colored pencils to just tighten these images up. So I did that one. I also did this one again with Hessian Pang colored pencils to tighten it up a little bit with what they had on here. And this one as well. Hessian Pang color pencils. And there's several more that I have to do. I think it's a couple more. I might be done. Oh no, there's a few more I have to finish. There's some whips in here that were not done by me, but that I'm going to finish. So that is the Fashion Coloring Book by Sharon Lee Tate and Mona Schaefer Edwards. The next one I colored in was Color by Number Masterpiece Black Edition, Volume 2, Iconic Artworks. This was by Doodoo Cafe Publishing. They sent me this coloring book as well as the markers that match. So the markers are the Ohuhu 60 count water-based markers that they actually did their color chart to. So this matches the Ohuhu colors in that water-based marker set. So I did 3 in here. I always do 3 when I get these books from the publisher, so you guys can see what they look like. This was really fun to do because there was no guessing or thinking or trying to figure out what color to use. I just grabbed the color it said. So over here it says W4 for beige gray. I went over to the marker and found W4, warm gray 4, and colored. And then this one here, I kind of messed up. But yeah, these were really fun. If you like pixel coloring books and doing this kind of easy coloring, then this is a great book to get. And I did that one here. Really, really fun. So I want to say thanks again to my friends over at Doo Cafe Publishing for sending me this and the markers. You guys are great. All right, next I did some coloring in this one, 100 Color by Number Mysteries by my friends over at Pixel Colorist. They sent this to me, and I gave one away. No one's claimed that yet, so I might have to do another drawing for that book. But yeah, this one was really fun to do. Now this one is not like the other one. You do have to find your own colors, but the pixels on this one are so fun. So I did this one here. Super, super fun. I used alcohol markers. This one here as well, alcohol markers. So this one is the circles or dots. And then you also get diamonds. So I did this one here, and they turned out really nice, and they were really fun to do. As you can see here, some of them have limited color palettes, and then some will have a little bit more colors in the color palette. But in the back, it shows you that there are these colors here. And yeah, this is a really fun book. So thank you so much, Pixel Colorist, for sending me this. And I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Next, I colored in this Happiness Color by Number. Again, these are whips I'm trying to complete, and I hate having all these whips. But, you know, sometimes that happens. But this book, I kind of throw everything at it. So this one, I don't really like. I ran out of certain markers, and I couldn't find the match. I like the background because I did that in watercolor. But the dolphin, I don't like the colors. So that one was a bust, but it's done. The next one I did was this one here. And this one's just with random markers, alcohol markers. And the last one is this cat. And I did all of this in watercolor. I decided to just use watercolor except for the mouth. Everything else is in watercolor. So that was pretty fun to do. I think she turned out pretty cute. All right, and that is Happiness Large Print Color by Number. And this book I was trying to finish. I have a lot of pages done in here, y'all, but I still have a lot to go. But yes, that is Large Print Happiness Color by Number. Then I colored in Stained Glass Color by Numbers by David Woodruff. And this was a buddy color with Tiffany from Tiffany Colors. And I reached out to her because we both had this book, and she hadn't colored in it yet. Or she colored in one, she did one page. And I was like, oh, I haven't colored in mine. I wonder if she'd like to do a buddy color. And she said, sure. So Tiffany, thank you so much for doing this buddy color with me. Maybe we can do another one in here if you're up to it. And I'm going to show you guys her picture. Of course, this is color by number, so you're going to, you know, use the colors they tell you. However, we probably have some variations in both of ours, but I used my Artix acrylic markers for this. So thank you so much, Tiffany, for this color, this buddy color, and I hope that you're doing okay. And that is Stained Glass Color by Number by David Woodruff. Next, I colored in Les Grands Classiques Tome 3. And this one I actually did on camera because Artix sent me the skin tone Artix acrylic markers. And I decided to do a whole page. So this whole page was done with Artix acrylic markers. However, on screen, I really focused on the skin tone and the hair. And I think it turned out so cute. She is so pretty. This is Vaiana from Moana. From Moana. And I think it turned out so cute. I think it's so adorable. So that was really fun to do, and I cannot wait to do more in that book. So that is Les Grands Classiques, Tome 3 by Disney. Next, I have another longtime whip, The Garden of Earthly Delights by Adriana Picker. This is a coloring book of Lush Wonderland. So, y'all, I had started this page doing a couple leaves. I only have like maybe one little strand here done. And it has been a whip forever because I was like, I don't want to color those. I don't feel like coloring all those leaves, but I went ahead and sucked it up and did it. And I'm going to tell you guys, it was a lot of fun to finish. When I got over here and was like coming to the end, and I said, man, maybe I should do a background. I said, no, leave it alone. I like the green on the white and it looks just fine. And for this one, I did use a Rogetin color pencils. That's all I used. And I think it turned out gorgeous. I love it. I love the green. I love it. I love it on the white. And there's nothing else I think I need to do to this. So it is a completed double page spread. So again, that one is The Garden of Earthly Delights by Adriana Picker. All right, next I colored a page in Mythographic Color and Discover Imagine by Joseph Kattenbang. This was actually a whip. I don't like having whips, y'all. But the page came out and I got to get this in here some kind of way. I don't like when that happens. But I did this page here. For this one, I did base it with alcohol markers. I used Brute Fooner. I love using the Brute Fooner pencils on this paper. I used some Timu watercolors in this one and Langwall gel pens. So the watercolor is what you see, the metallics. And those Timu metallic watercolors are actually pretty nice, you guys. I'm pretty impressed by what they can do. And I love how this turned out. Very vibrant. That's like me. I like really bright colors and vibrant pages. So I had to do that for this page. And so, yeah, that was really, really nice and really fun. And these books are always so fun to color in. However, they can be a little confusing when you're getting down into these little areas here. Like, what is that? What is that? Just go with the flow. Because in the end, when you're looking at it like this, nobody's really saying, oh, she colored that little teeny dot purple. It should be green. Nobody cares. So, yes, that is Mythographic Color Discover Imagine by Joseph Kattenbang. That was really, really fun to do. And as you can see, I still have a whip in here. You want to see what it looks like? I'll show you. I'm working on this, y'all. It's a neon kind of page. So, but yeah, Mythographic Color and Discover Imagine. All right, next I colored in Mythographic Color and Discover Aviary by Joseph Kattenbang. And this one was a really fun one. I decided, first of all, it was a buddy color with the lovely Christine Snowden, Christine's coloring. And I decided to use one of my Color Cube color palettes, number 396 for this page. And just putting it side by side, I think I did pretty good keeping to the color palette. Yeah, I think I did pretty good staying with the color palette. I didn't want to deviate too much from it, so I kind of kept with it, although I did add some gold. Okay, for this one, I used alcohol markers. I shaded with colored pencils, I believe Cali Art. I used Neocolor 2s for this background, as you can see here. And I used Stickles and Sparkle Pop. And again, I used the Color Cube 396. So as you can see, I love birds, y'all. So this book is like one of my favorite ones that Joseph Kattenbang has done. But I did lots of like sparkle, so the raindrops are sparkling. And I did the glass on the lanterns. So that is done with glossy accents. And I just had a really good time coloring this. And I'm going to put Christina's page over here so you can see the difference between ours. She didn't want to use the Color Cube. She just wanted to do it her own way, which is fine. I just wanted to use my stuff. I have a lot of stuff, you guys. And some of the things I don't use, I want to start using them. So the Color Cubes is one of those things. So you're going to see throughout this video, I've used the Color Cubes several times. So yeah, so that one is Mythographic Aviary. And I want to say thank you to Christine for coloring with me. Another buddy color I did was in this book, The Book of Beasts, Color and Discover. This is a hardback book and published by Sterling. This one is illustrated by, I think, Angela Rizza. And I did this page here with the lovely Zuvera.art here on YouTube. She's a new YouTube channel, and I saw that she had this book, and she had picked up, and she's like, anyone else have this book? And I sent her a comment and said, yeah, I have that one. And I asked if she wanted to do a buddy color. She said, sure. So we did it. And on this one, you guys, I did water-based markers for the basing. And I did some shading with colored pencils. I have stickles on here, white gel pen. I have gold gel pen on here, and just kind of threw everything at it. These ones are a little hard sometimes because you have this big huge scene down here, but they have these things going on here. So I was like, I gotta make this look like water, right? Even though this is sky, it's like, it was really weird. They're not in the sky, they're in the water. So kind of had to like put them in their own little water bubbles and stuff. So, but it was really fun, and I want to say thank you to Zuvera for doing this one with me, and I can't wait for us to do another buddy color. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to pop her picture up over here, and so you guys can see what hers look like. But again, thanks so much for doing that with me. It was a lot of fun. And that is the Book of Beasts, Color and Discover. The next one I have here is Amazingly Adorable Characters Collection Grayscale Coloring Book 9 by Daria Kakarsoy. And I did this one here. This one I had fun with. This one I did with Brute Fooners. And I used Timu watercolor in the background and stickles and a little white gel pen. And I think she came out really, really cute. And I love the background, that dark pink like that against her wings. Oh man, she's so cute. I had a lot of fun coloring that one. And grayscale coloring books are really fun to color. And if you don't color them, I would say give them a shot. They're so fun. It takes a lot of the guesswork out for shading. So that is Amazingly Adorable Characters Collection Grayscale Coloring Book 9 by Daria. All right, the next coloring book I colored in was Colorful Time. And this was a buddy color with my bestie, Lovella, from Lovella's Coloring. And we did this page right here, you guys. This gorgeous, gorgeous page here. The illustration is just beautiful. And so we decided to just use watercolors in this one for the most part. We used, well, for me, I used a Pretty Excellent watercolor. Then I used metallic watercolors by Timu, the Timu little palettes I picked up. And I used some white acrylic paint for these snowdrops in the background. And I did do a little touch up with a little Prismacolor Premier right here in her scarf. And a little bit underneath here. Not too much because it was supposed to be watercolor only. I don't want to cheat. So I guess I did cheat a little bit. Sorry, Lovella. And then I used the gold metallic watercolor for the umbrella handle and some of her little buttons and things. And I think she turned out beautiful. So I want to say thanks to Lovella, and I'm going to pop her picture up over here. Thank you, Lovella, for this buddy color. This was so fun. You know, we have tons more to do. And I look forward to doing those with you, girl. All right, and that is in Colorful Time by Gujelli. The next page I colored in was Doodles in Outer Space. This is illustrated by Irvin Ranyada. This was a book I was trying to finish many, many years ago. And so I have a lot of whips in here, y'all. So I'm doing them slowly but surely. And I did this one. I had so much fun with this page, y'all. It is so neon-ish, and I love neon colors. I love bright. It kind of reminds me of like 80s vibe a little bit. This one I based with Ohuhu watercolor markers. I use Langwell gel pens and Sparkle Pop. That's all I used, you guys. And no shading, just having fun with those medium. And it turned out so vibrant and so pretty and so cute. And I love it. And you guys, look, I have so many more. I have lots to go. But I'm sure I'll get there slowly but surely. All of those are done in the beginning here. So I just have a few left back here that really need some work. But there are some that are already done back there as well. So I'm hoping to finish this one. Hopefully, if not this year, next year. So that one is Doodles in Outer Space by Irvin Wanyala. The next book I colored in was Wildflower Folk by Christine Caron. And I did 2 in here. These were both buddy colors, y'all. Okay? So the first page that I did is this one here. And I had this, I wanted to go like with a Shrek vibe. You know, the dragon from Shrek was red. and Fiona was a redhead and she had a green dress. I kind of had that kind of vibe going on here. And I used Faber-Castell Polychromos. I used some gold Sparkle Pop. And this back here is acrylic marker for the back. So yeah, I think it turned out really good. And this was a buddy color with Christine. So I'm going to share Christine's picture here on the left. And I want to say thanks to Christine for buddy coloring with me. I had a lot of fun coloring this page. And we did a second one. So the second one that we did was this one here. And I love how my mermaid turned out. I kind of did an oopsie, so you probably can't tell unless you're just like that great to tell oopsies. But this one was really fun. This background I did with Deborah Muller's watercolors that I was gifted. Down here I used some markers, Ohuhu markers, I believe. And for her skin as well. I can't remember what I shaded with. I want to say I used Prismacolors because that's what it looks like to me. And then I use glitter all over her mertail and her lips. And I think she's just absolutely beautiful. And so I'm going to now pop Christine's picture up here so you can see hers. And I want to say thanks again to Christina for coloring with me. These were a lot of fun. All right, and that is Wildflower Folk coloring book. So this was one of my untouched coloring books, and I ended up coloring 2 pages out of it. That was great. Next, I have A Million Cute Animals, Lulu Mayo. This was also another book that I was trying to complete. I only have a few pages left in here, and this book will be done. But not like full colors. It's just like adding like gel pen and things like that. So I finished a couple in here. So I'll show y'all. I finished this page here. I absolutely love it. I kind of used everything. I used watercolor, a metallic watercolor for the cake in white and gold metallic color, watercolor. I have Sparkle Pop on here. I have stickles on this page, and I color with Arteza color pencils. In the background, I have these little markers that have like shapes on them. So I did hearts and dots, and I think this turned out so cute, and I love the color scheme. Okay, next I finished this double page spread. Again, using Arteza. These are all based with Crayola Super Tips, and then did shading with Arteza. And I have metallic watercolor on the furniture. And this was really fun. And I did some watercolor painting in the background here. And I think this turned out really, really cute. I love it. So cute. And the last 2 that I finished were these. These 2 here. Again, just using some stickles and water-based markers. And I use Arteza color pencils, a watercolor background here. And I use gel pens. And so, yeah, this book is really fun. And I just have a few pages left, y'all. And it's not even a lot, like maybe less than 4 or 5. And this book will be totally complete. So that is A Million Cute Animals by Lulu Mayo. The next book I colored in was Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. And the first page I did was a very simple page. I just used some colored pencils. I didn't do a background. I just wanted to keep it really simple with this page here. Yeah, so on this page, I just decided to use Prismacolor Scholars, Tombow Twin Tone markers, Jelly Rolls, and Langwell gel pens. And I think it turned out really nice. It's very simple, no background, no fuss, another page to get done and just enjoy coloring. The next page that I colored in here was a double page spread, y'all. And I think this is my most favorite page that I've done this quarter, this double page spread. Isn't it beautiful? I love this page so much. This one was a buddy color as well with Southern Mama Colors here on YouTube. And so she picked this page. I think it was her last page before she completed the book. And I said I'd color it with her as a buddy color. So this is how I colored it. And I absolutely love, love, love this page. It is my favorite out of all the pages I've done. I'll show you guys. My inspiration was this. I went on to Google and I said, peacock, bright colored peacock. And it showed me this picture. I printed it out and I tried to get this lady to look like this peacock. So I gave her orange lips, like their beak. And I wanted to give some more orange on here. So I used it for these little jewels in her face and on her neck. The flowers down here in her skin, I wanted to get this color in here. We also had greens and I wanted to get some green in there. So I tried to like find areas where I could actually make this peacock look like her. And I think I did a pretty good job. And so what I used on this one, I used acrylic paint for the background. I used Prismacolor Premier Color pencils to color it. And I used metallic watercolor to splatter. If you see the gold splatter on this background, I did use that there. I also used the gold metallic on some of the jewels. I also used Sparkle Pop and acrylic paint pens. So this one had a lot thrown onto it, but I think she's gorgeous. And I hope that you guys agree because I love her. Even if you don't agree, I think she's beautiful. But I'm going to go ahead and pop Southern Mama Colors up here on the screen. I love how she did hers. Different take on this picture. And that's why buddy colors are so fun. Just to see how someone else sees the picture versus the next person. And you get all different variations of the page being colored. And I think it's just a great page for me. And she did a great job on hers as well. So thank you so much, Southern Mama Colors, for buddy coloring with me in this beautiful book, Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. Next, I'm going to share with you guys some of the pages I finished in the project books that I have. Okay. The first book I'm going to share with you guys is Annie Daze Soft Living. And basically, I'm doing about 3 pages per month to finish the book by the end of the year. So here's page number 1. And all of these are based with marker, alcohol marker, and then I'm shading with whatever I want. It could be Black Widows, Prismacolor Premier, whatever pencil I just grab is what is shaded with. So here's the first page. There's the second page. And so I use watercolor in the background and some glitter gel pen to give some sparkle in the window. I love how that turned out. Then we have this very vibrant page. I love it. Again, using a little bit of gel pen just to give a little pop of sparkle. And this one here, I had fun with the pattern on her apron, using some of my little pins that have the stencil built into them. So that was really fun to do. And I love the pink door. I wish I could have a pink door in my house. My family would kill me. Then I did this beautiful page here. Had so much fun. I did some white gel pen work in the background. and some on the berries, and I had a lot of fun coloring these. And these are printed out on cardstock. I didn't want to get the actual book, so I printed those out. This one here was really fun. I used Langwell gel pens. I used stickles for the rain. And I love this one. I love her umbrella. And then I did the little piggy here. I didn't do any patterns, just kept this one kind of plain and simple. This one turned out really cute too. And then I love this one. She's getting ready for bed. She's got her little brass hairbrush brushing her ear. And I did a little pattern on the background. I kind of messed up, but it's okay. And then I did a little pattern work on her nightgown, as well as some golden buttons. Then another one here. I don't really like doing horses, but I went ahead and gave this a shot, and I did some white acrylic paint pen to cover up the lines for the mane of the horse. And I gave her some designs on her little outfit there. And that was it for Any Day Soft Living Coloring Book. It was really fun to do these pages, and I have many more to go. The next project book that I actually finished this past quarter was Matchstick Mouse, an autumn coloring book. So I'm just going to show you guys the pages I finished, because I've already flipped this whole book. So if you'd like to see that, I'll have a link down in the description if you want to see the whole flip through of this completed book. So this book I did a lot. I did the mouse the same to make it cohesive through all the pages. The mouse is white, and the mouse has a pink hat on every page. And I used markers, alcohol markers to base, and just random color pencils to shade with. So I had a lot of fun, and in these last pages, I did use the Langwell gel pens because I had just gotten them, and I love how they work on this paper and in these pages. So look at my little owl. I wasn't too happy with my owl, but it's okay. I got a finished page. Super cute. I love the leaves that I do in this book. I love that he's eating a cinnamon roll because that's one of my favorite donuts. And I made it a little sparkly with some gel pen. Really, really cute. This one here, I really went heavy with the Langwell gel pens in the patterned curtains and the pattern on the pillow. Yeah, that was really fun to do. And then these bright red orange leaves. I love that. Really fun. This book was so fun to do. I had a great time coloring this book. And this one here got a little heavy with the Langwell as well, and the pattern of his little thing on his backpack. And then I put stickles on those little seed pods. And this book is complete. And so yes, so happy to have completed this book. And if you want to check it out, I'll have a link down in the description below. And the last book I'm going to share with you guys is a project book for this year. This is from my, this is a project book that I'm doing with my Facebook group, T's World of Adult Coloring. So if you'd like to join us, even if you don't want to finish the whole book, you can color with us. I post the pages each month and we color them. So I'm going to share with you guys my completed pages. As you can see, I did a lot this quarter. So I'm just going to share with you guys. I'm just going to open it up and go. All right. So the first one is this one. I had so much fun doing this page, y'all. All I can say is I played with watercolor. I'm going to zoom in. I played with watercolor here in the center, and I don't even know how I came up with this. I was just playing, and that's what's so fun about coloring books. Just get in there and play around with it. So I did use neon. I did use Langwell, the neon Langwell gel pens for the accents and the little flags and things to kind of pull that in. And I love how this turned out. I'm not really happy with my T, but that's okay. I love the background here. This, what I did in the stars is beautiful. I love it. I love it so much. All right, and the next page I did here was a double page spread. This one I used the new muted colors. Oh man, I'm forgetting the name of those color pencils. Those are the Castle Art Harmonious. I'm sorry. Castle Art Harmonious color pencils. And so I pretty much did all of that down here. I did Neocolor too for this sky. And I used some Sparkle Pop gel pens to do little accents, and some Languo as well. So I like the way this turned out. I think it turned out pretty nice. All right, next I did this page here, and this one I did use the Derwent Chroma Flow pencils. I love them. And then I used some Sparkle Pop on the door, and some Languo gel pens as well. And that one turned out really nice. This one, I wanted to try something new. So what I did was I used watercolor and just played around with the watercolor all over this whole, circular section, trying to keep in line with the colors here. I do kind of like them to match just a little bit. So just played around with doing watercolor in that. And then I decided to go with a white gel pen and cover up all the lines. And I like the way it looks. And then I went here around the edge with some neon colors to kind of match this. This was really fun to do, and I had a lot of fun doing that. This next page, I used the Color Cube Card 367 as my help. And I think I did okay. The yellow's not as yellow, but I think that it turned out okay. And I basically did some gel crayon in the background, and then I used Languo gel pens and some Sparkle Pop for this whole page. This one is a page that I completed using Color Cube Card 325. And I think I did really, really good with matching those colors. And this one was really, really fun to do. It kind of made me think outside of the box because there was no skin tones and I don't want to use any other colors but what is on this card. So I had to think outside the box. So I made the person blue with the red and orange hair. I'm sorry, orange and yellow hair, yellow lips, and just really using these colors on this card to create this. So I decided to do both pages, and I think it turned out really, really great. So I want to say for this page, I know the background here, I used watercolor. I think I based with with Crayola Super Tips or Stettler. And yeah, I think it turned out really nice. And then I have some metallic watercolors on this frame. And I think it just turned out really nice. I was kind of skeptical about it. But now that I'm looking at it again, I think that I did a really good job using this card. So yeah, that was really, really fun to do. Really fun. Next, I have this page here. And this page was a fix. I totally screwed up the background on this page. And so my go-to for when I really, really, really mess up a page, because I don't rip them out, I have to try to fix it, especially for a project book. So what I do to fix is always black acrylic paint because it just takes the hassle out of it. Just put the black paint on there and do something, fancy with the background a little bit. So I added some white dots with acrylic paint as well. So these flowers are colored in with colored pencils, and I have some white gel pen on those flowers. I used some Sparkle Pop for the this thing up here, and I think it turned out okay. I'm really happy with it. now that it's fixed. All right, so this one is a challenge that I gave the group to basically do a page in kind of grayscale with pops of color. And so this is my take on that. So basically I did the bulbs in a grayscale with grays, and then I used my Langwo gel pens for the pops of color. And I love how this page turned out. So for the background, I just added lines and dots of those same colors. I think it turned out pretty nice. Oh yeah, and then I do have some Sparkle Pop in there as well to give a little shine. And this double page spread here, I finished on June 30th, and it is using the Color Cube 269. Now this one I did stray away from the card because I added yellow and orange, you know, and to do the fruits and stuff. So this one was okay because it's a double pager and it's got fruit and vegetables. I didn't want to color all that stuff, these colors. So I did use, you know, those colors. So, yeah, for this one, I think I used, Black Widows for this one. And all of this is based with Lyra Aquacolor. I have Langwo gel pen in here and some, I don't even use Sparkle Pop, just Langwo gel pen and, color pencil and watercolor for the background. Yeah. Next, I have completed this one here. This one here, I just kind of didn't know what to do with the background once I had this all colored in. So I went with black, and then I put these dots like coming down, kind of like snow, but not really. Just to give it, to break up the black, because I thought just when I had it all black, I was like, oh, it's too much. So I just added those white dots. They had some dots already in here, and I said I'm just going to make them come all the way down like that. So I think it turned out okay. And this one is done with, I think Color gel pens. I mean, Color color pencils. And then I use some Sparkle Pop and some white gel pen to go over those flowers. It was a really fun page to do too. Yay, this page here, y'all. I used a medium that I don't normally use. I used my, oh my goodness. Distress inks. I can't get it out. I used Distress inks here. And I am so satisfied with this. Even though I struggled a bit because I had some splotchy areas, I then decided to go with water and sprinkle water on and take a tissue and take, you know, dab it up, and I got this effect. So I like the way this turned out. I think this is a beautiful page, even though this background needs a little work. I love how I did the flowers. I love the yellow here. I love the blue ribbon. I just love this page. I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. So I used Prismacolor Premier to color this in. And I use Neocolor too, just in some areas here. And of course, Distressed ink on the back, Posca pen and Langwo gel pens. And Langwo gel pen is in here inside of these little flowers. And I think it's a beautiful page. I'm so happy with this page. Very, very pleased with it. All right, moving on to the next one. This one here, I had a little fun with it. I used some Crayola Super Tips. And I use a metallic watercolor from Temu, some white Posca pen, and then some gel pen, Sparkle Pop for the rim. And I think it turned out okay. I wasn't too happy with it because I think I went a little dark here. But, I mean, there's stars in the sky with a rainbow. So, I mean, it's going to be different. It's got to be, like, out there. So, that's why I like it, because it's a little out there. And who doesn't like bright colors? So I love it because it's bright and beautiful. This one here is another one that I finished. I'm very, very happy with this one. This one was a challenge to do 2 pages in monochromatic style. So I chose blue and I used watercolor for this background. I absolutely love it. I did her wings, colored her wings in, and then used a white Posca pen over the wings. I did base this with Crayola Super Tip, her outfit, and I think her skin as well. And then I went in with silver Sparkle Pop pens to give it some shine. And I think it turned out really, really pretty. I'm really happy with that. And the same with this one. I did purple watercolor background. I used colored pencils to shade a little bit of these feathers here. And then I used some Sparkle Pop inside of this little mandala-ish picture here. And I think they both turned out really lovely. And last but not least is this page. This page here was really fun. I just grabbed colors and went with it. Just flags, different color flags. I did a nice sky with the gel crayons. Nice cloud sky. I used some of those Languo gel pens in this one as well. And then I used some Sparkle Pop for the gold on the, I don't even know what they call these, rods. And so, yeah, I just wanted to do something nice, quick, and easy. All right, and that is all that I've completed in Tales of the City Among the Stars. Well, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And let me know down in the comment section which one of these pages in this book or any page that I've completed is your most favorite page. I'd love to hear it. All right, y'all. Until next time, take care.